Hello and welcome. Before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge that this presentation was a collaborative effort between Navin Anoop, Ved Khatri, and myself, Aiden Vicson. In this presentation, we're going to walk you through the process of creating professional-looking graphs in Google Sheets, specifically made for research presentations and publications. Whether you're trying to visually observe experimental data or present key findings, a graph can significantly enhance your message. And everything we are going to demonstrate today can also be applied in Microsoft Excel sheets as well. Today, we'll cover everything from setting up your data correctly to customizing graphs to meet rigorous scientific standards. Let's get started. We have some sample data already written down. However, you can have any data sets or values when making your graphs. In a typical experiment, you want to run multiple iterations. So in column A, we label each data value corresponding to their iteration. After making column A, we put the control values in column B and the condition values in column C. Often for research, we need to present the tendency and variability of our data. This means calculating the average or mean and the standard deviation for each group. To calculate the average for the control group, we can use the average function. Open the box below the duplicate of the control column. Then type in the equal sign to start the function. Then type in average and open the parentheses. Type in the data points that are corresponding to your values. In this case, it would be B2 to B11. Separate the values with the colon. As you can see, Google Sheets automatically highlights those values. If they are correct, close the parentheses and hit enter. Google Sheets will calculate the average. Repeat this for the other group by copy-pasting the cell. Now, to find the standard deviation, which is commonly used in research, we use the stdev function. Similar to the average, type equal sign in the and stdev. Then open the parentheses and type in the corresponding values, in our case being B2 to B11, again separated by a colon. Now that you see the values being highlighted, close the parentheses and hit enter. Then copy-paste the value into the other group. It'll also calculate the standard deviation. Now that we have our summary statistics, we're ready to create our graph. To create a graph, first select the data you want to visualize. In this case, we'll select the title of this graph, group names, control and condition, and their corresponding average values. Then go to the Insert menu and select Chart. Google Sheets will automatically generate a chart, often a column chart. While this is a good starting point, we'll need to modify it to meet the specific requirements for a research presentation. Now I'm going to hand it over to Navin to talk about some graph customizations to make it publication ready.
Hello, I am Navin Anoop, and I will be demonstrating some customization options that are extremely useful for professional data charts. First, we need to ensure we have a column chart. If Google Sheets has selected a different type, go to the Chart Editor panel that appears on the right, navigate to the Setup tab, and under Chart Type, select Column Chart. Next, we need to add error bars to represent the standard deviation. In the Chart Editor, go to the Customize tab, then select Series. Select a series representing your average values. Scroll down to find error bars. Click the drop-down menu and select Constant. In the value field, enter the standard deviation value corresponding to that group. You'll need to do this for each group individually if the standard deviations are different. The legend is often unnecessary when we clearly label our axis. To remove the legend, go to the Customize tab, select Legend, and under Position, choose None. A clear and descriptive chart title is essential. Go to the Customize tab, select Chart and Axis Titles, and in the Chart Title field, enter a concise title that accurately reflects the data being represented. For example, Comparison of dependent variable and control and experimental groups. There are some more customizations to be made, and I'm going to let Ved explain those.
Hello, I am Ved Khatri, and I will be demonstrating some additional customization options that can take your charts to the next level. We also need to label our axis clearly. Under Chart and Axis Titles, select Horizontal Axis Title, and enter a descriptive label, for example, Treatment Group. Then select Vertical Axis Title and enter the label for your measured variable, including units if applicable. To reduce on-screen clutter, we also suggest removing horizontal grid lines. Go to the Customize tab, select grid lines and ticks, select vertical axis, and unselect major grid lines. Also, to add a vertical bar, select major ticks, and under ticks position, select none. To add a horizontal bar, select horizontal axis, and at the bottom, again, select major ticks, and under ticks position, select none. Depending on your data, it is also often good practice to start the vertical axis at 0 to avoid misrepresenting the magnitude of differences. Go to the Customize tab, select Vertical Axis, and in the minimum field, enter 0. However, be mindful if your data is far from 0, as this can sometimes compress the on-screen differences. Use your judgment based on the data. Ensuring readable font sizes for titles and labels is crucial for presentations. You can usually adjust these under the Customize tab in various sections like Chart Axis Titles and Horizontal Vertical Titles. Here you can see those. And here are the title fonts, sizes, and colors. By implementing these modifications, we transform the basic Google Sheets chart into a professional and informative graph suitable for research presentations and publications. Remember to always tailor your graph to clearly and accurately communicate your findings. We hope this presentation has provided you with a clear and basic understanding of how to create publication-ready graphs in Google Sheets. As a reminder, everything seen today applies also to Microsoft Excel Sheets. We wish you the best in all your research endeavors. Thank you so much for watching.